Hello and welcome to the video. Let's get right to today's strategy. First, we open TradingView platform. Just for the sake of showcasing the strategy, I'll be on the Bitcoin chart with the 15-minute time frame. But keep in mind that you can use this strategy in many other different charts with all the time frames as well. Now it's time to add the first indicator to our chart. In order to do that, we click on the indicators option up here in TradingView website, and when this indicators and strategies tab opens, we type twin range filter in the search bar. And then we add this indicator to our charts. After adding the indicator to the chart, as you can see, this is just a simple buy-sell indicator, but we need to optimize this indicator by a tiny bit. To do that, we open the setting of twin range filter indicator, and in the inputs tab, we make sure that the source option is set to close. Then we change the fast period option to 45 and the fast range option to 2. We set the slow period to 145, and finally we change the slow range option to 3. There's nothing that we really need to change in the style tab, but if you want to, you could change the color of the signal icons to any color you like. After that optimization, whenever twin range filter indicator gives a long signal, you can enter a long trade, like in this example. And also, whenever the indicator shows a short signal, you can enter a short trade, as you can see in this example right here. These indicator signals are pretty good, but we could increase its win rate even more. In order to do that, I'm gonna use two other indicators for this strategy. So I open the indicators tab of TradingView again, and this time search G channel trend detection, and I click on this indicator to apply it to my chart. Actually, this indicator will be helping us to figure out the short-term trend of the market. But we could improve the indicator's visuals. To do that, we open G Trend settings, then we open the Style tab. In the Style tab, we'll disable all the options except the average option. Then we change the opacity of color 0 to 100%, and also we set the opacity of color 1 to 100% too. You could also increase the thickness of both color options as well to make it more visible. Now we can close the tab. G-Trend indicator assists us a lot by helping us detect fake signals. This is how we use this indicator. Whenever the trend of the market is ascending, meaning the price is above the G-Trend indicator, and also the color of the G-Trend graph itself is green, we should only enter long trades and we avoid entering short trades. For example, we got a long signal here. Trend is ascending because the price is above G-Trend indicator and G-Trend's graph is also green. So we could have used this signal to enter a trade and made a 3.5% profit from it in the spot mode, which is truly a lot of profit for a single trade in the spot mode. But right before that, look at this signal. We got a short signal, but the momentum is upwards. Reason is that the price is above G-Trend indicator, so in a situation like this, we should not have used this signal to enter a trade, and this signal would have been considered a fake signal, and with the help of G-Trend indicator, we could have filtered it. And there's the exact opposite. We can enter a short trade only if we are in a descending trend. That means the price should be below the moving average graph of G-Trend, and the color of moving average itself should also be red. So in this position on the chart, we are currently in a descending trend, and during this trend we can only consider entering short trades. Here we've got one, and as I said, because the momentum is downwards, we could have used this short signal to enter a trade and make around 2% profit from the trade in the spot mode. And also here we have a long signal, but because G-Trend is red and the price is under the G-Trend graph showcasing that the trend is descending, this signal is considered fake and we can't use it to enter a trade. This other long signal is a fake signal too because it's in a downwards momentum. We could detect all these fake signals with the help of G-Trend indicator and save ourselves from probable future losses. For the third indicator, I'm gonna add an indicator to the chart that will help indicating the long-term trend of the market so that with the knowledge of both short-term and long-term trends, Trading against the trend can be completely prevented in this strategy. We get back to the indicators tab again, we type market bias in the search bar and we add this indicator to the chart. After applying the indicator to the chart, open the setting of market bias and in the style section, disable the Heikin-Ashi option completely. Then change the opacity of all the background color options to 70%. The opacity of all of them should be set to 70%. Then we move to the inputs tab and change the period option in there to 200. Then smoothing option should be on 100 and oscillator period option should be set to 7. Okay, now we're done here. So let's review the conditions of trade entry one more time, but this time with all three indicators. For entering a long trade, first we need to get a long signal from twin range filter indicator. Then we need to make sure that our signal is following the short-term trend of the market. For this to be true, the price has got to be above G-trend and the color of G-trend graph should also be green. Next, we gotta make sure that the long-term trend of the market is also ascending. For this, the price must be above market bias indicator and the graph of market bias itself has to be color green. If all these conditions are met, the candlestick below which the long signal has been given would be considered a signal candlestick, and with these candlesticks closing, we would be able to enter a trade at its closing price. So I open a long trading position at signal candlestick's closing price, and for adjusting my stop loss I could use G-trend indicator and set my stop loss to the G-trend's graph. So I set the stop loss to here, the point on the G-trend graph exactly below the signal candlestick. And for exiting the trade, we could adjust our TP with a 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio. I could have gotten out of this long trade with a profit of 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio. Also, for entering short trades, we must first get a short signal from twin range filters indicator. After that, we have to be sure that short-term and long-term trends are both descending. If the price is below G-trend indicator and also the color of the G-trend graph is red, then the short-term momentum is downwards. And if the price is below market bias indicator and the graph of market bias itself is red, the long-term momentum is also downwards. Currently, in this situation, the overall trend of the market is descending, so this short signal can be considered a valid signal, and with signal candlesticks closing, meaning this candlestick here, we can use its closing price to enter a short trade. Like the long trade, we could use the G-trend graph as our stop loss level and set our stop loss to it. And for take profit, exactly similar to buy signal, we could use 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio. For better understanding this strategy, we could check out some more example in the market history. As you can see, with making only 3 trading positions in the 15-minute time frame of Bitcoin chart, we could gain 147% profit, and this is really amazing and extraordinary profit with this few of trades for a strategy. But if you would like to make even more profit in your trades, I suggest that you make sure not to miss the next video shown on your screen.